The Iranian response to the Israeli terror attack made me think of a verse from the Quran that I want to share with you, and it has to do with a lesson that West has learned a long time ago, but ironically people in charge of the so-called Muslim countries do not appear to have learned, and that is military readiness. If you do not want to be oppressed, you have to be able to defend yourself, because the only time when bullies like Israel are going to leave you alone and not continually bomb you and attack you and try to oppress you is if they are afraid of the response. Unjust people do not stop simply because you ask them nicely. You have to be able to make them afraid. You have to be able to make them stop. In the 8th chapter of the Quran, verse 60, God tells us, "And prepare against them what force you can, and horses tied at the frontier, to frighten thereby the enemy of God, and your enemy, and others besides them, whom you do not know, but God knows them. And whatever thing you will spend in God's way, it will be paid back to you fully, and you will not be dealt with unjustly." If the Quran was being revealed in today's time, what it would say is, develop a military industry to deter your potential aggressors and be ready for war. Every Western country already lives by this principle. And the only way you can do that is if you have your own manufacturing capacity, which Iran does, and they have shown that in their response to Israel. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that missiles have fallen on Tel Aviv, and people who were dancing at the destruction and murder of others until yesterday are now crying in fear and sorrow. This is a very important lesson. There is a reason why Israel doesn't want anyone else to have weapons. They want to have a free hand at subjugating whomever they want. And the only way they can do that is if their victims are unable to defend themselves. And this is why God tells you in the Quran, you have to be able to defend yourself. But right after saying that, God says in the 81st verse, "And if they incline to peace, then incline to it, and trust in God. Surely He is the hearing, the knowing." Developing a military industry is a command from God for every Muslim government. Obviously, we don't have any of those currently, but it is a command from God, and it only makes sense. It is a lesson that Western world has learned and lives by, ironically, while the so-called Muslims do not. But if they incline to peace, if they leave you alone, even though you're mighty and armed now, then leave them alone. And this is what God teaches us in the Quran. Peace be with you.